We rolling in style. Like a big Mercedes-Benz bus.
It's a Benz?
We're rolling in style. Huh?
That's your color and your team.
I told her it's LA Raiders. That's not even Oakland Raiders. It's not Las Vegas Raiders. We're rolling in style. Spokane's in the house. Spokane BSU in the house. All right. We rolling in style.
What's up, y'all?
Mercedes style. Eric is in the house. DC.
That's all we need. Y'all to turn up.
We got you. Just put a song. Any song, put a song.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh! Where's my speaker?
We got a speaker upstairs, huh?
I spoke a little.
Oh, I know what it is.
So you joined DC already?
Yeah. It's so pretty. It's too pretty out here.
Yeah.
Spokane could never. Literally never. It's not it.
Chocolate City.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I hope y'all are ready to have a good time exploring Washington, D.C. Has anybody been here before? No? We're going to have a great night tonight, all right? All right. So just everybody sit back, relax. If you want to feel, a little bit more secure, we do have seatbelts on the bus. But our driver, Eric, we got Eric and Derek today. So I'm Derek, the driver's Eric. Eric's a great driver, all right? So just sit back, relax until we get to the Capitol and enjoy yourselves. All right? Cool with y'all? Cool. All right, welcome to D.C. All right, everybody, I just want to point out this guy right here. That guy is James A. Garfield. Now, he was one of our presidents, and he was assassinated right here in Washington, D.C. Hey, y'all. Use the term ignorance is bliss. Yeah, that comes from James A. Garfield. Now, his doctor's name was Bliss. And during the 1800s, a lot of doctors were ignorant to the fact that they needed to clean their utensils and hands before they actually do procedures. So the common consensus was, for a doctor, the bloodier and grimier that your apron and utensils were, the better of a doctor you were. So when Charles Guiteau shot this man right here, he didn't actually die from the bullet wound. He died from the doctor. Wow. And Charles Guiteau actually tried to use this in his defense and failed miserably. Let you know about our justice. All right, look, enough about that. Now, what happened was Dr. Bliss went inside the bullet wound looking for the bullet with dirty, grimy hands and utensils and gave this man an infection, which he later died from. Wow. So that term ignorance is bliss, now you know. Right. What the original Capitol building looked like, look at the gray section on the left-hand side. That was the first part of the Capitol building. Now, just on that left side, that's where the Library of Congress was. That's where all the senators and congressmen were. It's also where the not the Department of Justice, the Supreme Court was when it was first built. Now what happened is they built that, the country grew a little bit, so then they built that side on the right. Now these are the two original parts of the Capitol. What happened after that, we had a War of 1812 where the British came down and burned almost all DC. So luckily it was a rainy night, kind of like tonight, but a little bit more rain, that helped the flames extinguish. And so afterwards they were able to build this middle part, and then they put a larger dome on top of the Capitol building. Now everybody see that statue that's on the Capitol? Yeah. That right there is Lady Freedom. Lady Freedom is a big part of Washington, D.C. because we have laws that surround Lady Freedom. Two laws are, there can be no freestanding statue that is taller than her at 19.5 feet, and no building can be taller than her when she's on top of the Capitol building. Now, when she's on top, the Capitol building stands at 288 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
And the reason for this is because nothing in D.C. is above our freedom. All right?
Amen. Okay,
She also faces the east so that the sun never sets on the face of freedom. They're gonna take this out of the ground on August 28th, 2061. Anybody know the significance of that?
The day that help me with it.
August 28th, anniversary of the I Have a Dream speech.
Oh!
I get him.
Tell me, look, sounds like you're 40 years.
So they're gonna hold on, everybody. This will be taken out of the ground on that day. It will have been here for 50 years. Now, some of the things inside are video, not video, but audio transcripts of some of his speeches and sermons, actual written sermons and speeches that he did, along with the copy of the I Have a Dream speech, the part that he actually wrote.
Right.
Of course.
A robe that he wore and a Bible that he owned.
That's under us.
Yep.
So somebody could just.
Under me right now.
So like, what if somebody wrong with you? Nah, really, bro?
No, bro, no. I have a dream speech that says, out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. So Master Li Yijin, the architect behind this, Chinese American, he actually designed this so that it looks like the stone of hope that has the relief image of Martin Luther King Jr. has been pushed out of this mountain of despair. Now, what you don't readily notice is that that stone of hope is larger than this gap. And that's so that the hope never goes back into despair. All right.
Wait, did you need anyone?
That's so.
No, I don't need something until the joke is over. I don't need joke is towel. Thank you right now. Hey. No.
Oh my goodness.
A great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today, signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. 100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land. And so we've come here today to dramatize a shameful condition. In a sense, we've come to our nation's capital to cash a check. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. They were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as her citizens of color are concerned. Instead of honoring this sacred obligation, America has given the Negro people a bad check, a check which has come back marked insufficient funds. But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great vaults of opportunity of this nation. So we've come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom and the security of justice. We have also come to this hallowed spot to remind America of the fierce urgency.
A lot of people often ask me what he's holding in his hand. This is the key. Nobody knows what he's actually holding in his hand. This right here was taken from a photograph that was taken of him with a lot of people in the background. Now, those individuals were asked that were in the background if they remember what he was holding. They said they don't. So if you ever hear somebody say it's the Declaration of Independence because he's over there facing Thomas Jefferson, or if you hear them say it's the I Have a Dream speech, there's no record of it.
So what is it?
There's some papers rolled up.
You could literally just get your papers rolled up.
It could be another.
Bro, what?
Now, of course, we know a lot about Martin Luther King Jr. There are a few things about this memorial that is very important. First of all, the address to this memorial, 1964 Independence Avenue. Now, y'all are some bright people. Why is that so?
Block 4.
1964 was the year of the Civil Rights Act when it was signed. This man was actually present in the room when it was being signed. Something else that's kind of important, or definitely important about this memorial, you probably don't notice that there's a certain way that these quotes are arranged. There are 14 altogether, but they are separated in a certain way. So that there are 6 on the left side and 8 on the right.
My.
If you put a little apostrophe in the beginning of that 6, it creates a year, and that year is 1968, the year that he was assassinated. Now, one more thing, y'all might know this one right here. This has to do about his assassination, a little bit about DC too. No. There's nothing on the ground. You're not standing on history this time. Now, has anybody ever heard of J. Edgar Hoover? I said his name earlier, right? Now, J. Edgar Hoover had a little thing for Martin Luther King Jr. He was trying to turn him into the bad guy. No. So, he kept tabs on Martin Luther King Jr., right? Now, hold on, listen. You can look this up. There was a court case, civil court case, that was brought on by the family of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, prior to that, they had visited the man that supposedly shot Martin Luther King Jr., and they said, we don't think you did it. We believe that you were the fall guy. We forgive you. And they would visit him frequently. Now, what happened? These same individuals, the family of Dr. King, sued the United States.
As they should.
They won. And what they won was $1. Hold on.
That $1.
Hold on. The power of the almighty dollar, though. That dollar was not what they wanted. They wanted the truth to be out there. And the final saying, and you can look this up, is that they were right. The United States government was responsible for Martin Luther King Jr.'s death. Civil court case. You won't hear about it too often, but look it up. That to the fact that the person that they said did it wasn't actually responsible, and that it was actually a conspiracy to kill Martin Luther King Jr. That's why the government gave them $1. Because if it was a big amount, you hear about that, right? You don't hear about $1. So I wanted y'all to hear that so y'all can, take that back with you when you go to Washington. Right? So what we're going to do, we're going to walk around the rest of this memorial so you can get the other 8 quotes, okay?
You say, oh my gosh. Why do you say, oh my gosh?
I say, oh my gosh, because it's like hidden in plain sight. And it's clear to me that, I don't know. I don't know. It's just a lot of information to take in. Like I had a suspicion because the FBI has always come after important black figures. Like recently I read a book on Tupac Shakur and how his death was ultimately had something to do with the FBI. But it's just crazy like how far back it goes. Like it's like history repeating itself. It's very enlightening, and it's also very disturbing. It's very disturbing. That's why I say.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is a faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, "My country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring." And if America...
Tell me, what is unique about this experience here at the Lincoln Memorial?
That we here. That's the first thing. I didn't. Hold on.
Oh, y'all be quiet. Y'all be quiet.
That a lot of people don't have the opportunity to come here, and we're here on a team trip, a school trip. Come here, young.
Wait, if the dog don't sink? If the dog don't sink?
Personally, I think this was a super rare trip. We are very appreciative. The opportunity to come here and just experience all the things and learn about the culture of the things that happen in DC.
Especially as a senior.
And this whole trip is
Thank you.
Super!
Let's be quiet.
So, what you see right here is the mistake in the memorial. It says, "with high hope for the future," but right there you can kind of see that it was originally an E and not an F. So they weren't really having high hope for our future at all.
Got it.
Now this is kind of a theme of Washington, D.C. that I've created in my own mind. It's not about what you do that's wrong, it's about how well you cover it. No, I'm just kidding. It is about what you do, y'all.
With America together. With just America in general. Thank you, God. Should we be concerned that that flag was yeah.
Take this all over.
That's deep, huh? Yeah, that's really
Keep looking forward. And tell me, what do you guys see there? What are y'all looking at? That means freedom to you?
I don't know. It feels good. It feels like peace. It feels so bad. Wait, what's up? Like this might be one of the most perfect views ever. The water leading up to that, coming back this way.
Because you could really be an actor brand new. No.
And Martin Luther King standing right here in front of Lincoln, facing that.
Imagine how he felt in front of millions of people in front of this view.
This was probably nervous. Hey, he was probably nervous. Yeah. We had to do it for the blacks.
African Americans, bro.
And yet he's speaking about a dream of a future where all of us will be judged by character and not by the color of our skin.
That's crazy. That was almost 50 years ago. Or how many years ago was that?
More than 50.
No. Yeah, it was like almost 7. Yeah, it was something like that.
Well, I want to get you silver.
Yeah, they got signed up.
They call it.
Look over there. Freedom is not. Freedom is free. Right there we mark the price of freedom, but here we see that freedom isn't free. Because if you notice the year right there, it says 1950, right? This is 5 years after World War II. So clearly, we didn't learn anything from that war. It's definitely not free because for these individuals, the South Koreans that were basically fighting for their freedoms from the North Koreans, who is a communist country, they had to pay a price. Now for them, it was a civil war. For us, it was an international war. But you got to think that for them, it means a lot more. So that's why a lot of times you see these reefs here, because there are actually individuals from South Korea who specifically come to this memorial to pay their respects, because they are benefiting from the individuals who sacrificed their lives. Now, if you read this, you get a little deeper on that. It says, our nation honors her sons and daughters who answered the call to defend a country they never knew and a people they never met. They didn't do this for their friends and family. They did this for strangers. All because that's what was called upon them to do. So that's why all throughout this tour, we've been going and seeing these memorials, because despite or whether what memorial we were at, the person or individuals that that memorial is for changed the United States and possibly the whole world because of their actions. So when it's all said and done, that's what we want to take away from all these sites that we've seen. That without those individuals, our lives would be completely different. We might not even be standing here. We might be somewhere working in somebody's kitchen still. So despite who we went to go see, if everything didn't happen the way it did, we wouldn't have the future that we enjoy today. All right. Now, one thing I want to do, I want to talk about this wall as we walk back as well, because this wall has the 2,400 faces of actual people who served. So this right here gives you a little face to go with those names that are on here. So you can see that it's not just men, it's not just women, it's not just Caucasians, it's not just African Americans. You had all these individuals who banded together. Now this wall is a little different from the Vietnam War, because this wall kind of gives you more of an eerie feeling, especially because of how it looks with all the rain right there. It almost looks ghostly, doesn't it? That's part of the reason why these images are sandblasted and not carved or painted or etched, because it gives you kind of that detail. Look at this man right here. You see that? You can't tell me that there's not intensity in that eye. That's the face of an actual person that served in this war. And from the left side, it looks like a black man.
They fired, bro. Long as they fired, bro.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a black man.
Exactly.
One, because I get to meet interesting people like y'all. Y'all have really made this a great tour. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate y'all and the things that y'all have learned throughout y'all lives and what y'all are doing with y'all lives. So clap it up one more time for y'all. Now, this particular experience, I will never forget, because I actually met a Tuskegee Airman. Now, he sadly is not alive anymore, and I cannot remember his name, but I remember who he is, and I can Google him and find out. Because he told me that he was the last Tuskegee Airman to live in the Baltimore, Washington area. I met him the same week that the African American History Culture Museum opened. And I was fortunate to be able to go in there because, you know, not a lot of people was able to go that week. But just to be able to shake that man's hand, he had his red jacket on with all his medals, and just to congratulate him for the things that he had done. I mean, y'all know about the Tuskegee Airmen, how they used to sit up there and test on the Tuskegee Airmen, giving them syphilis and stuff like. Y'all didn't know about that?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe you gotta give us a real.
Those African Americans did a lot and went through a lot. So just being able to meet somebody like that, I encourage all of y'all, whatever you do with your lives, try to do something to where you can experience some of the same things in life, because those moments are truly life-changing. All right? All right, let's get back.
Are you a preacher?